Hello, hello. Oh my god, I forgot to put my avatar. 1 second. There I am. Now let me put this where it belongs. Hello everyone, welcome to today's stream. Happy Tuesday, Zethus. Welcome to the stream. I was true to my word. I said I would actually start at 9 and I did. So you guys can hear me, right? Okay, I think so. Wait, no. Yeah, okay, now you can hear me. And Forlorn, how are you? How is everyone doing? How was your weekend? If you celebrated Easter, I hope you had a good Easter. I spent, because I had Friday off and Monday off as well from work. And I spent Friday cleaning up the house. And I did some deep scrubbings up in this house. And then the day after my back hurt, and on Easter my back hurt, and today my back hurts. So I guess we're just thriving on back pain, but that's okay. That's what I get for deep cleaning the house. But other than my back hurting a bit, I'm doing great. Easter was good. I spent some time with family, ate some good food. I am still eating the leftovers. And I still have some cakes and some sweets from Easter that I'm still eating. So honestly, the party never stops, if you ask me. Microphone closer, sorry about that. Got some chocolate eggs and an unusual non-combative family, so I can't complain. I got drunk with friends. My Easter has been perfect. Awesome. What me, my sister, and my boyfriend do is we buy a Kinder egg, like one of those big ones. Not the biggest ones, because the biggest Kinder egg, like chocolate Kinder egg, was almost going for 20 euros. And listen, no. We got one of the medium ones, and we just split it between us three, which was cool. That's our little tradition. And honestly, those Kinder eggs are my favorite, so I don't much care about almonds. They're good though. I bought some new almonds that are like Oreo flavored, and those are a banger. But I'm not an almond person, if you ask me. But Easter was good. Coming back to work today was hard, but it has to be done. Did you say Oreo flavored almonds? Yes, I did. It's like it's an almond, and then there's an Oreo coating. In this economy, it's cheaper to spend years in your sci-fi basement crossing chickens with rabbits and Swiss chocolate to get chocolate eggs and buying Kinder eggs. Honestly, heard. Definitely. That's why we split one between 3 people. And not even the biggest one. But let me see if I can find a picture of the Oreo almonds. Okay, yeah, here they are. Let me save image. Oh, what? It's these ones. I bought them at a Mercadona. I don't know if you have that, but they are heckin' good. They have a chocolate powder coating, kind of like truffles. And then they have an Oreo coating and a vanilla paste, not vanilla paste, but the Oreo creams. And then there's the almond in the middle, and it's so cool. It's really good. Okay, those look fire. They are. Now I have to remember what has happened so far on this playthrough. I was gonna say we can do a recap, but I already started episode 4. But we were going to speak with Pastor Daniel. And we were going to learn if he can talk to animals or not. So let me open the game. I have my tea ready. Today I have my tea. I didn't forget. Do you still have the save from the start of episode 4? Probably. If you want to recap, maybe I can start. I didn't do too much, so it should be okay if we can start over. So we can do the recap? Yeah, okay, let's do that. Because I usually save on the start of every episode anyway. Welcome home. Okay, let's see. Load. This is where, yeah, okay, chapter end. Yeah, I played a bit, but it's okay. Let's do a recap. It's like a warm-up for you? Yeah. Okay, let's continue. Would you like to see a recap? Do we just want to see a recap of episode 3 or a full recap? And while you answer that, let me see if I can drink this tea. Oh yeah, only episode 3? Okay. It's mint tea, by the way, for those that did not ask. I could just check the journal for a sec after if that's alright. Okay, yeah. There are 2 of them now. What happened to your glass house? Asshole squatter. Keep dust in my mouth. As you're ready to leave, Janie approaches from the far side of the kitchen. Tabitha remains between the 2 of you, impatiently tapping her foot.
Oh, hey, Tronum, before you go, I heard about what happened last night. I mean, I heard about it before Miss Tabitha mentioned it just now, and then I heard it again. I just wanted to say that I'm so sorry you got caught up in that. I'll be praying for Oscar and poor little Rosalina. They're such sweethearts. Couldn't have happened to nicer people.
Morning. Is the new blend ready?
Of course. Tronum, if you'd like to keep Miles company, Tabitha and I will be just a minute.
Oh, excuse me. Wait, you're Tronum, aren't you? My name's Bo. I'm Duke's boy. It's a pleasure to meet you. The policeman told me you saw what happened to my daddy. And with that, breakfast is served. He's a dog. You can tell this dog is a mayor from his little sash and his fancy top hat. There is a regal air about him, almost as if he knows the position of authority he's been elected to. Before you can catch up to your companions, you're intercepted by a nervous man with a cross around his neck. It's hard to put a finger on it, but something compels you to dislike this man.
Sounds like old Gretchen and the mayor may have some unresolved issues, wouldn't you say? I'm Pastor Daniel. Take it to Tronum. Everyone's been buzzing about you. I'm so sorry about your aunt, but I'm sure she's in a better place now. If you'd ever like to discuss your beliefs, my door is always open.
Having the music of the lover at the recap is always haunting. It's definitely, like, eerie. The basement is what you might expect out of a tortured artist who spends all his time confined to his studio. Discarded canvases line its edges while trash and sketches leak out from their piles. In the corner of the room, hiding the bare cement floor. Ghoulish faces coat the walls and paintings sneer at their creator. Your mom is so scary. She can be a little intense, kind of overprotective, which I guess makes sense. Anyway, make yourselves comfortable. You have to forgive the mess. I've been distracted lately, haven't been cleaning much. Dinner is already laid out. Dinner rolls, spaghetti, and a light salad. Kanika anxiously picks at her food. Stanley is nervously talkative, and Reese is suddenly quiet and tense, his shoulders tight as his mother perches on the chair next to his. Dr. Kelly eyes all of you with a sharp, fierce gaze. So, we were talking about maybe watching a movie sometime this week while Tronum is still in town. We'll have to see how you're feeling. I can handle a movie, Doc.
Yeah, we'll just sit downstairs in the dark. Reese is used to that. I'm sure he'll be okay.
You're always overestimating how much you're able to do, Reese. This is why you keep getting sick. If I get sick, so what? It's not like that's ever going to change. I'm sick every day. I'm not getting better. I don't want to spend the last few miserable years of my life holed up in that basement alone just because seeing my friends has seemed too strenuous. I'm an adult, for God's sake. I can't believe I have to ask for permission from my mom to a friend zone. Reese stops mid-sentence, wincing in pain and wrapping himself in his arms. Don't say things like that. I'm doing everything I can try to fix. Silence as Dr. Kelly's eyes shoot open. Reese? Reese abruptly pulls himself from the table and leaves. Hey, you're just in time. Rosalina's situated in the back room. Alexa's gonna keep her company while we hopefully get this all sorted out. We didn't sort it out. Oscar and Kanika startle as the door swings open. Hold on, you're not taking my cousin along on any more of your little hijinks without me. Whoa. This is where I've seen it. It appears on top of the stain. Stella pulls back the carpet, revealing a hatch. The floor around it stained in reddish brown. I'm going for it. Wait, do you hear music? Movement stirs as a figure cloaked in shadows rises to attention. Stella? There you are. I would have found you sooner, but the resonance clearly doesn't want me here. It doesn't seem to have the same issue with these little miserable parasites. Bottom feeders always manage to slip through the cracks, don't they? The sins of the father
Are to be laid upon the children.
One of you must forfeit, doesn't matter which. Bullshit.
I hope I didn't come too late. It wants something, doesn't it? And I think you know which of you should volunteer.
You must be joking.
Let's just leave.
Agreed. Sybil, you got in here. Can you get us out? Sybil sighs.
Tabitha, are you sure you want to leave this business unfinished?
Absolutely. This is not our problem.
If you think it's the best course of action, yes, I can get you out. It's only a question of seeing through the illusion. We're in a basement, even if your all senses are telling you otherwise. Try closing your eyes and remember where you are. I'm sorry, Turnham, I don't think I can talk right now. I'll call you, okay?
She hurries off down the road.
Before I go,
Sybil places a hand on your arm, holding you back for a moment.
I'm sure you have questions after tonight. I'm sure you have questions after everything you saw tonight, but let's not get into it here. I think everyone could use a little rest and relaxation right now, yourself included. If you swing by the tea room sometime tomorrow, say early afternoon, you and I can have a little chat. I'll see you then, Tronham.
You don't even notice yourself entering the guest room and falling into bed. Suddenly, you're just there, buried under your family's musty covers. Was this going to be a Stella romance run? Maybe, but we were also trying to go for Reese because that also sounds interesting. So, honestly, one of the two. I'm not sure. The spirits of Charles Shaw Jr. now commands the entirety of City Hall, a swirling void of wrath and despair that the people of this town will have to learn to ignore. Disaster looms its tallest yet over Scarlet Hollow. Guess I'll never know because as soon as you open your mouth, that started. Sorry, what I said is, yes, we were going for Stella, but at the same time, we think Reese is a good idea, but we still haven't had the opportunity to start a romance with him. And I think that'll be interesting, especially because, well, considering last run, spoiler alert, last time I played, Tabitha killed Reese. So maybe, maybe if we don't kill Reese this run, How, like, somehow I still don't know how to do that. Maybe we'll try and romance Reese, because I don't know how that goes. I don't know how we can romance Reese. But let's wake up. You open your eyes. It's a new day. Last night seemed so far away. You can almost pretend the horrors you witnessed in the annex were nothing but a nightmare, chased away by the harsh morning light. But you know that the furious spirit of Charles Shaw Jr. yet lingers, locked behind the doors of Town Hall, still tied to the earth by its hatred of you and Tabitha. Did you say Reese? Yes, I did. An involuntary shudder runs down your spine, but your thoughts are interrupted by the buzz of your phone on the nightstand. Hey, have you heard back from Stella? I haven't been able to get a hold of her, though she might have checked in with you. You check your messages, there's nothing from Stella. Let's call her. I'm just doing this because it's the same thing we did. Oh. Shit. Wait. No. Okay, I just wanted to do the same things. Let's call Stella. Text Stella. Because it's the same things I did before. Okay. This is where we were. Let's visit Dustin. Because this is what we did back then. I would never eat you, I love you. Because we meet the squatter. Anything for you, Dustin? Let's get going. You could just look back. Yeah, that's what I did. That's what I did. No, it's okay. Just want to get this out of the way and then we can search back for Stella. Does that work? I don't know. Shit, you're right, Zethus. Why didn't I think of that? Zethus, why didn't I think of that? By the way, you can press tab to skip in text. Okay, I did not know that. But yes, okay. Oh my god, instead of... Okay. Instead of loading it, I saved. So it's okay. So it's okay, right? It's okay, we'll just continue. We'll just continue. I guess we're going through it. Yeah, that was the plan, right? That was the plan. We're playing. We're playing a video game and we're going through it. Right? Yeah. Anyway, let's take a shower, because that's also what I did. And I thought about the clinic. Check the closet. It definitely moved. And now let's head downstairs. Okay. You find her in the kitchen, her shoulders hunched in a tight ball of anxiety. They're striking. This week of all weeks. As if I didn't have enough on my plate already. Doesn't even matter how the strike plays out, any resolution would merely treat the symptoms of the disease rotting in the heart of Scarlet Hollow. For things to stand any chance of getting better, there's something deeper you still have to fully uncover. If the mine's in trouble, you should just sell it and sell the estate. Get out while you still can. I didn't say this last time, so let's see. You can press tab if you don't want to skip. You're right. Thank you. Tap the bristles. You really are Vivian's kid, aren't you? Trying to bow out just when things get difficult. I'm not giving up like that. This is the Scarlet Mine. I'm not going to cash out on our family legacy. I'm bringing the mine back to life one way or another. Should probably get going, right? Yeah. I've done it long enough. Stay safe, no more hijinks. But let me know if you get in trouble, okay? Tabitha slips past you, her heavy boots thudding down the hall as she marches away to face her employees. Time to figure out the rest of the day. Talk to Frou Frou. Oh, c'est toi. Qu'est-ce que tu fais maintenant? I will not tell. I'm gonna nod respectfully. You nod respectfully to Frou Frou. She scoffs, her tail twitching with annoyance, but you can see she's less annoyed than she usually is. Maybe she's getting used to you. Will you ever let me pet you? And cut my fur in your disgusting human oils? No. Bye, Frou Frou. Good talk. She scoffs at you, turn away. Let's fuel up with a quick PB&J. If Stella's MIA, who knows when you'll get the chance to eat. You make yourself a PB&J in anticipation for the long day ahead of you. And that's that. Should I investigate the garden? And I guess we can quit tab. Investigate the greenhouse, and we get to know him. Try to talk. What's your name? That. What are you doing? Did the human have a brown coat? Where'd you come from? Examine the log. Guess I'll leave you to it then. Head to town. So how are you mentally? That's a great question. My concept of how the world works is being shattered a little more each day, so that's cool. Every day I feel more and more like I need to get out of this town before it swallows me whole, but I also keep feeling like there are too many reasons to stay. Like right now, I can't leave until I know Stella's okay. With her folks gone, the only people she has are her friends. Who that, Kanika? And as her bestie, I can't just let her go running off into the woods, get eaten by Bigfoot. And my mom is just so chill right now, it's driving me nuts. Anyway, that's how I'm doing. Probably about as poorly as everyone else who was at the library last night, except maybe Stella. Who? Sybil's kid. I guess we should get started. Yeah, we're burning daylight. Where to first? Yeah, Miles. Sybil has Miles. I wonder if she had another kid though. Okay, so let's speed run. Let's go to Stella's house, because we did this. We should go in. The kitchen. Stella's room. I did that. Let's move on. Isn't the power of tab wonderful? It is. I didn't know this. This is where I did next. Exactly. We did that. I said, hey, quit it. Dog militia. Okay, I didn't say this, I guess. Yeah, I suppose you could say that. Yeah, I'm sure you met this town's illustrious leader by now. When the powers that abandon you, it's up to the rest of us to band together and protect those who need protecting. Good doggies. Gretchen really admires these scraps. Have you ever... oh my god! Have any of you seen or smelled Gretchen? Can you help us find her? Is there anything we humans can do about the ditchlings? They ain't that hard to kill when there's a whole lot of us. They die easy enough, so as long as you don't get caught unawares. That's why we gathered all the local dogs. Big Pack's a safe pack. Jimmy may not be doing anything to help, but that doesn't mean we can't take matters into our own hands. Nowadays, you don't need to start about it with the mayor. He has his own priorities, so long as he doesn't get in our way, we don't need to go start in trouble. Yeah, screw Jimmy. We'll make sure he gets back to his family. We appreciate it, human. Word's been going around that there was one among you who could properly understand us. It'll be good to have you on our side during these strange times. Odd things are going on around here. It's important for all us living things to watch out for each other. Scraps is a professional and a good boy. Oh yeah. Aren't your families worried about you, off on our own like this? We're country dogs. So long as we come home for dinner, most of us aren't missed too much. Speak for yourself. I know my family has been worried sick, but I can't let that get into the way of what's important. Besides, if I went home, they might tie me up, and then I'd be a sitting dog. I mean, dog. Okay, we'd best go on our way. I'm not gonna try and flirt with Dr. Kelly again. How is she, Doc? How's Reese? He's fine. Had a rough night, but he'll recover. He's used to this sort of thing. Just needs a couple of days to get back on his feet. That means no more excitement, not even a movie. I'm sorry to hear that, Dr. Kelly. I did see this, I did. Yeah, and then I did this, which I'm not going to do now. I'm gonna say, but what if I wanted to hang out with him again? He's so cool. You don't always get to do what you want to do. You have to take other people's feelings into account. One Dr. Kelly. Would you mind if we looked into it? Yes, I would mind. I understand that there have been strange events in Scarlet Hollow this week, but there's nothing unusual going on at the clinic, and I'm not going to let you snooping around based on some funny feeling. But if something does happen at the clinic, aren't you worried about Reese? If it's anything like what happened to us last night? None of you have to concern with yourselves with my son's health. I know how to take care of him, even if in a supposed ghost emergency or whatever it is you're worried about. Sorry again about the library. What's going to happen to your career? We could always try going on a rescue mission for some of your stuff. No, absolutely not. No one is going back in there until we have a thoroughly researched plan of action. This goes especially for you, Tronam. Who knows if you'll be able to leave again. You've done enough for my family. How about no one is going back there in there, period? We're going to need to deal with it eventually. Boarding up the library isn't a permanent solution. Are you sure about that? Because I don't see any reason we shouldn't just leave the thing alone forever. Do you think you'll have to stay here long term? No, I'll find a way to get the library back and our house with it. I'd best be on my way. Goodbye, Rosalina. Make sure you stay put and keep Pixel company, okay? Poor Rosalina. She's doing her best. I will. Bye, Dr. Kelly. Thanks again for doing this. I can't express how much. It's nothing. I'll call later today to see how she's doing. Good luck to the both of you. Dr. Kelly brusquely pushes past you and leaves. Oscar, before we get sidetracked, we're not just here to talk about monsters and what happened in the library. Oh? Stella's been missing since last night. Oh. You haven't seen her, right? Not since last night. No, I'm really starting to worry. It sounds like no one in town has seen her. I'm sure she'll be okay, but you should probably get back to looking for her soon. Before you go, though, there's something I wanted to get your thoughts on. Let's step outside. Make sure Pixel stays inside. I think Sybil knows more than what she's letting on. She wants me to talk to her today. My mom? But she's always been such a crystals and herbs kind of lady, not like someone who actually knows about supernatural stuff. Still, she did seem really calm and confident last night, weirdly so. I hate this. She did seem strange last night. She kept shutting down the conversation like she was rushing us along, trying not to get us to linger on the supernatural long enough to reach any conclusions. If she does know something, why would she be hiding it? I'd be interested to know what exactly she intends to tell you that couldn't be discussed in front of the rest of us. There's that thing in the clinic I mentioned, that pool.
I wish Dr. Kelly were taking this as seriously as she should. Oscar, what did you tell her about last night? She didn't bat an eye at anything Tronoma said about the supernatural. She mostly got defensive. Does she know how bad it was? I told her everything. She seemed to believe me, but who knows? Maybe she was just being polite in front of Rosalina. Maybe the whole time I was ranting, she was actually just nodding along, thinking I'd had a psychotic break. Maybe. I'll make sure to shoot Reese a warning test. He at least deserves to know something might happen. One way or another, I'm going to find myself back there soon enough. It's faint, but I can still feel the pull of that clinic door. It's only getting stronger. You're not planning on breaking in, are you? Because if so, no, you're not going to do that. Let's not have a repeat of last night. We should be more cautious about what we do next. We don't want anyone to get attacked or possessed by any more ghosts, even if it is to help a friend. I don't know if you have the time to play it safe. Just give me a day or two of some research before you do something rash, okay? Alright, we're burning daylight, let's head out. Let's do it. Let us know what you find. I will. We're going to get the library back and we're going to figure out how to fix whatever is wrong with this town. And what were we doing next? We should check out the church, and this is where we were. The church? What do you think Stella decided to get religious all of a sudden? The pastor can also talk to animals. I must speak with him. Right, you mentioned that yesterday. Okay, we can go to the church, but please don't wind up befriending him just because he shares your weird animal thing. It's bad enough that you keep bringing Tabitha around with you. I don't want to have to deal with two intensely unlikable people on a regular basis. Kanika leads the way, taking you up to a gradual slope towards the church. Alright, where is that weirdo? There he is. My, 3 visitors at once on a Thursday. This is unprecedented. But there are only 2 of us. Oh no, were we followed by a Dutch lane? Were we followed by Wayne? Stop, old people. Oh, it's just Zane. What are you doing here? All the glimpses of death I've had in the past 2 days have forced me into the midst of an existential crisis, my dudes. I want to see if faith held any answers for me. Alas, I have not yet found the solace I seek. Give it time, Zane. It sometimes takes a while for the Lord to work his way into your heart. But when he does, you won't regret letting him in. Be sure to look over those pamphlets I gave you, and of course, I'm always here if you need to talk. Sure thing, Pastor D. Peace, y'all. Anyway, we're looking for Stella. She wandered off last night, and no one has seen her since. We're starting to get pretty worried. We hoped maybe you or Janie had seen her. I can't speak for Janie, but I'm afraid I've seen neither hide nor hair of Stella. If you'd like to talk to my wife, she's over there by the alpacas. Though, Jordan, I was hoping we might be able to talk in private. Why does it have to be in private? It's a personal matter. I'd rather folks not pry on this. I won't bite or anything, I promise, and we can talk here right in the open. I guess I'll leave you to it while I check on Janie. Kanika heads off toward Janie and the alpacas, leaving you alone with the nervous pastor. I'm so glad you came. I've never met anyone else who could hear them. You have no idea how long I thought I must have had some kind of insanity. I even thought at one point that it must have been the Lord himself talking to me through them. But they never had anything very insightful to say, so I was disavowed of that pretty early on. Are we sure we're actually talking to animals? Now that I know there are at least 2 of us, I have no doubt. There have definitely been times in my life when I thought I might just be nuts. But it's so consistent, and I've never exhibited any other signs of insanity. In my mouse-doubting moments, I have considered the possibility that other entities may be using the animals to confuse my faith. But besides the particular vicious hamster I had growing up, the most an animal has ever tried to convince me to do is give them more food. So I somehow doubt they're puppets of some otherworldly evil, unless that otherworldly evil wants me to overfeed my pets.
Have you met Frou-Frou, Gretchen, Pixel?
Of course I have, but I've learned early in on life not to let on I have this gift, at least while other humans are around, so I haven't spoken with any of them. Though I get the feeling Frou-Frou wouldn't talk to me even if she knew I could understand her. I've tried to befriend the alpacas when no one else is around. Emphasis on try. They're surprisingly cliquey. Cliquey? I don't know. Besides that, I try to maintain a low profile, only chatting with the wildlife when I'm sure no one's looking.
Is your gift why you got into the church?
It's hard to say. I was raised Baptist by two loving parents and was always interested in religion, but I've also known about my talents, so I don't know what came first. If anything, though, I'd say I'm religious in spite of the gift. It hasn't exactly been easy to square this with a lot of religious education I've had. For instance, a lot of religious leaders will tell you that only humans have souls. Well, you and I both know that that's not true. Though I suppose that gets in a whole different conversation about what exactly a soul is. But those are conversations that I'd gladly leave with the scholars. I'm just a simple, small-town pastor. I don't need to ask the big questions anymore. I just have to help people through their daily lives.
Is this why people think you're creepy, because you have the gift?
People think I'm creepy? But it's alright, people say all kinds of things. I just have to be patient and persistent, and I know eventually they'll understand that I can be a comforting presence in their lives, not a creepy one. Maybe if I grow a thicker beard, people will trust me more, or maybe I should get a cool jacket.
Does Jamie know?
No, I don't believe there should be secrets between man and wife, so I have to tell her one day, but there hasn't been a good time yet. Building a life in Scarlet Hollow has been a difficult process, and the last thing I need to do is add the stress of her husband being some kind of circus act.
The creepy piano music in the background is not helping you, Pastor. Not at all. Cool jacket saves life. Cool jacket make it less creepy? Question mark.
Tulip, on the other hand, I'm starting to have my suspicion that she might share this gift. There have been some particularly nasty rats in the church lately, and she says some things that led me to believe she might be able to understand them.
He's interrupted by the sounds of a snapping twig and a high-pitched giggle, partly muffled by the underbrush of the edge of the property.
Tulip, come out of there. You know you're not supposed to play in the woods.
Tulip glances back at the woods, quiet as she hesitates.
Tulip, are you going to be good, or are we going to skip story time tonight? I'll be good. You don't have to skip story time. I won't go into the woods, I promise.
I know you won't, Tulip, because you know it's too dangerous for little girls in there.
Why don't you help Mama with the alpacas? Just about time they got fed, you can give them hay.
Tulip smiles broadly, seemingly excited by the prospect, and hurries off.
Sorry, I have to be a firm parenting moment just then. She's been trying to run off into those woods a lot lately, and it's really dangerous even for adults. There's this massive trash dump not too far past these trees, but it must be at least 50 years old, so it's all grown over and look like it's part of the landscape. But if you accidentally walk in on it, you might find yourself falling into a hip-dip mound of rust cans and broken glass.
How big of a trash dump are we talking? Would a weekend of hard work clear it out?
Maybe if we had a construction equipment and a team of professionals. It's a big area, and I have no idea how deep it goes. In the meantime, I'm just making sure Tulip knows not to go near it.
What were you saying about the church rats?
Ah, yes, the rats. So you and I are used to the sort of chatter we hear from wildlife. It's usually nothing that needs to be paid attention to. But these rats, there's something so sinister about them. And they must be huge, judging by the sound of them scurrying around in there. Tulip had never shown evidence of the ability before. She's never responded to the alpacas or engaged in conversation with birds. In retrospect, she could have been hiding it the way I did growing up. Because I know she's been talking to the rats. She calls them her friends, has been drawing an English picture of them, really ghastly things. I've tried to bring it up with her, but she just gets a little smile and doesn't say a word, like it's her fun little secret. It's all innocent enough in the grand scheme of things, but I'm pretty sure they also live out in that trash heap, and ever since she started talking about her friends, she's been trying to sneak out there. I'm concerned she's going to get hurt or catch some kind of disease. What have they been saying? They like to try and goad me into crying or become depressed. They watch me through unseen holes and make fun of me and try to figure out how to press my buttons. It's annoying, but easy enough to block out, especially when I'm praying. I don't think they're a good influence on Tulip, though. She's gone quiet and secretive ever since she started talking about them. I'd hate to think what they say to her when I'm not around to hear. Are you sure they're rats? I think so. The pastor shifts uncomfortably for a moment. I hope so. Have you actually seen them? No, but I don't need to. I lived in a dorm that had rats once. You never see them, but the church has the signs of an infestation, and there's no mistaking it. Sounds of little creatures stampeding through the wall. It's the ditchlings, isn't it? It's so the ditchlings. I've left out some humane rat traps, but they're too smart for them. All it's done is waste peanut butter. And I caught a possum in one, poor thing. Possums are never very bright, but at least he got a big scoop of peanut butter out of the ordeal. Has Janie heard of them? She's not in the church very often. She's usually in town doing her jobs until late. And we spend our evenings in the house, just me and Tulip all day long. Janie knows Tulip has made some strange little friends, but thinks it's an imagination game. I was hoping I'd sort out the route issue before she could get suspicious, but they're so persistent. So maybe I have to hire an exterminator if I can get the money for one. I hope it doesn't have to come to that. Is there anything I can do to help? Maybe I could try talking to them? That would be lovely. I'd certainly appreciate a helping hand here. I don't want to be too much of a bother, and you should probably finish looking for your missing friend first, but I'll be around. Out of the corner of your eye, you see Kanika walking back to the two of you. She must have finished talking to Janie. Janie says she hasn't seen Stella either, so we'd better get going. Hope your talk with the pastor went well. Yeah, we had a great conversation. I appreciate you all stopping by, even if it wasn't under the best circumstances. I'll let you all be on your way. And I hope Stella turns up soon. I'll put some good prayers with the big man for her. Alright, thanks. See ya. Kanika starts back down the path to town, and you follow. Okay, now that we put some distance between us and the church, what did he want to talk to about? He didn't say anything weird, did he? Tulip apparently made some weird imaginary friends we might want to check out later this week. Kids make up imaginary friends all the time. Pastor Daniel says that there's a rat infestation in the church and that the rats are our friends. I don't know, it seemed weird. Okay, as much as I'd hate going back there, I guess that's a loose lead. If we don't have anything else to investigate once we found Stella and... Kanika pauses. Once we've checked out the clinic, then maybe we can look around the church. Let's not get too distracted until we find Stella, though. Where to next? Oh, the diner. Sure, let's check out the diner. Good idea. Folks tend to congregate there. Maybe we'll run into someone who's seen Stella. Hey fellas, it feels like you walked into a private meeting. The back booth is full of miners and they're having what seems to be an intense discussion, their expressions gravely serious. Hey Avery, are we interrupting something? I never know what voice to give him. Of course not. Everyone's welcomed here, just be careful not to step on any toes. Things have gotten a little tense over the past couple of days. The miners in the back were too engaged in conversation to notice you enter, and instead of speaking in harsh voices, they argue with each other loudly enough for you to easily overhear. Sure, the shift schedules are tough, and sure we don't get enough time off for me to see my family as often as I'd like, but this is the best job I can get right now. Listen, kid, you're only a year into this gig. Trust me, the longer it goes on, the more it sucks the life out of you. At first you're just unhappy, but you think you can weather it until you find something better. Paychecks are paychecks, I get it. But the next thing you know, you've lost years of your life to a company that doesn't give a solitary shit about you. They use it up every free second it can suck out of its workers and pay us enough to survive, but not so much that we can ever save enough to get the hell out. Zax, we could get fired for this. I really need the paycheck. My sister needs the paycheck. I'm only the only reason she can afford her tuition right now. I can't get fired. And this job still has its perks, like the company housing. I can't afford my own place and send money back home. I don't know where I would live if I didn't have this job. Right, the company housing. How generous of the big boss to put up with them in a company-owned shack that ain't had proper maintenance done in decades. You know, she uses that housing as an excuse to pay us less, and the company housing, that means almost nobody in this whole damn town owns the place they live. That's why the Scarlets can keep getting away with what they want. Zax, we don't have the numbers, man. You know this is risky, riskier than most of us can afford. We would have the numbers if y'all would stand with me and not letting management's scare tactics get to you. It's not scare tactics, we can like her now. That woman ran into a collapsing coal mine and saved 3 children from being buried alive. I feel you, I really do, but how are we supposed to organize a strike against a town hero? Are you trying to tell me that a mine collapsed in less than 2 days ago is why you don't want to strike? It's a bad time, Zax. It's always a bad time, Baker. It doesn't matter whose name is on the deed for the place. Without us, there is no mine. We've got them against the ropes and we can't back down now or they'll come out swinging. I shouldn't say anything to them. Hey, have any of you seen Stella? She's missing. The miners turned toward the doorway, all eyes glaring at you in unison. The YouTuber? We ain't seen her. Harrison's voice drops to a barely audible mumble. I hope she's okay. Oh yeah, I'm going to tell you this again, please do. She hasn't been around, but I'll let you know if I hear anything. Are you going to tell me that Avery is a they that I forgot about it? Because I just remembered. Okay. Black Tabby Games is making an announcement this Thursday? They are? That's very exciting. About what? New game? New chapter? New... More Slay the Princess? What's happening? I'm gonna weigh in. I'm gonna say, don't pressure people, Zax. If they don't want to strike, they don't have to. Jordan, what the hell? Oh, great. The boss even has a pukey going on, strike breaking. Get out of here before we drive you out. You're not welcome here. All of you, calm down. If a fight breaks out in my establishment, you're all out. I don't care who's in the right. You heard the lady. Don't get involved or we'll have to take this outside. I just want the record to show that just because I am currently standing next to Tabitha's cousin does not mean I am friends with Tabitha's cousin. I barely know this person. Wow. I'm hoping new game, but that they say we will make it after the final chapters. What can I say about the strike? You really think we're going to talk to you, Pookie, after what you just tried to pull? Drop in. I guess we should get going. I sent a link at the channel. It's going to be hosted at the media. Awesome, thank you. Maybe I can try watch it if it's outside of working hours. If not, you gotta tell me what happens, man. It's a showcase thing. Oh.
Okay, you turn and leave the diner, Kanika trailing close behind you. Still no sign of Stella. We should go to the mines. I guess there's a decent chance Stella went to find your cousin since they're friends. Come on, I'll drive us. You follow Kanika to her van. It isn't long before you find yourselves outside the Scarlet Mines. There's a small gathering of workers outside the entrance to the mines, picket signs in hand. I hope it's not weird to talk to them while they're in the middle of all of this. Look out, fellas, that's the boss's cousin, and Zach said these kids were just down at the diner acting suspicious. Don't engage. It starts at 5 for you? That is work hours. We'll see, we'll see. I'm pretty sure she knows you're striking. There's nothing I can tell her that she doesn't already know. The miners collectively ignore you. Can I speak today? Have any of you seen Stella Richmond? She went missing sometime in the past day and we haven't been able to find her. The YouTuber? It's always the YouTuber. She's the one with all that ban from property poster signs. We haven't seen her. And we've been out here all day, so we know she'll come back. We'll make sure to keep an eye out. I need to talk to Tabitha. So you're saying you want to cross a picket line? Call Tabitha. You pull out your phone and dial your cousin. Hello, what is it? You're not about to get eaten by the Babadook or something weird like that, right? I'm not gonna lie to you. Do you want to try that again? No, just tell me why you're bothering me. You know I'm dealing with a strike right now. Stella's missing. Have you seen her? She's missing? Tabitha is quiet for a moment. You don't think Wayne... There wasn't any evidence that he'd been in her house or signs of a struggle or anything. I don't even know if she went home last night. She ran off in the opposite direction. She did. Seems like she at least went home to grab some food. Stella's been known to disappear for days while she's doing her videos, but I think we both know that's not what was going on. I'll see if I can figure something out. Call me if you run into more trouble, but please don't go looking for Amy today, okay? I've gotta go. Sorry. She hangs up the phone. Well, I'm glad we could talk. That doesn't seem like she knows where Stella is. Come on, let's go. We can figure out our next move when we get back to town. Where to next? I'm not going to the cops. They don't help shit. I'm supposed to get tea with your mom today. Maybe she'll have some ideas. My mom wanted to talk to you. She's probably going to give you some rocks or bundles of hers for protection or something. We can humor her. The bells of the general store chime in welcomingly as the two of you enter. Kanika, there you are. You were supposed to stay in bed today, remember? And hello, Tronum. Hope you're sufficiently recovered from last night's fiasco. Sorry, Mom, it's just Stella's missing and Stella can take care of herself, unlike you. You need bed rest and lots of fluids. You don't want to go running around town spreading that cold of yours. Go on, get up to bed and I'll be in a minute with more tea. Have you drunk any tea this playthrough? Oh yeah, I'm drinking tea right now. I've heard tea is evil, but if I'm narrating this much, I need to drink my fluids. Meant as in-game. Sorry, just thought you were talking about IRL. In-game? I don't think so. I don't think so. I thought you had some kind of important thing to talk to Tronum about. I'm really feeling okay. I want to hear what you wanted to say to her. I'll just be doing a tea reading. Haven't those always bored you to tears? Okay, you're right. I'm not feeling well. I should really lie down. Bye, Tronum. In tea we don't trust? Okay, so we don't take the tea? Kanika turns and heads towards the stairs without saying another word. There's something off here. It's as if Kanika's spirit dimmed at Sybil's words.
Shall we?
Sybil motions towards the tea room. Oh shit, what did you do to Kanika?
Do? It's almost like you're accusing me of something. The only thing I did was tell her that she should rest as any mother would, and she listened as any child would.
But we should still go, right? What do I do? For giggles and shittles, let me check the achievements. Okay, I don't think there's anything. Yeah, okay, I don't think there's anything for an achievement here. I mean, let's follow Sybil to the tea room and see where we're going.
Please have a seat. I'll bring you a fresh cup.
You take a seat at the small table at the edge of the room. It's dark here, only a sliver of sunlight able to filter through the heavy curtains, supplemented by the bright grow lights over the plant in the corner. Sybil joins you at the table and places a cup in front of you. It smells light and citrusy, with an undercurrent of decaying earth.
I'll be able to do a reading once you're done. Until then, how about we just chat?
I'm gonna say, what's with all the mystery and ritual? If you have something to tell me, just come out and say it.
I'll need your tea leaves first. I have pieces of the puzzle, but the tea leaves should help give me the full picture.
The other day you promised to tell me, what was it? Unsavory tales of my mom's youth?
I most certainly did, though I may have been exaggerating a bit of dramatic effect. I'm prone to do that. In a town this size, you get to know everybody, no matter what the age difference might be. Vivian was a little younger than me, which meant I always had a certain older sister instinct about her. Her family wasn't good to her. Verlaine was a lot like her great-grandmother, Edwardine, which was to say she was not a very kind woman. Similar to Tabitha, but with more social grace and considerably more hatred for her fellow man. But your mother wasn't a shrinking violet either. She was just as stubborn as any other Scallards, so her family choosing her as her punching bag made her into quite the rebel.
Why were Perlene and my mom raised by Edwardine? What happened to their mother?
Their entry into this world was violent, I'm afraid. Their mother was young, too young to be pregnant, especially with twins. She didn't survive the labor.
I feel like I know a lot about the women in my family, but what about the men? Do they even exist?
I suppose they just haven't been very noteworthy since Edwardine took over the mines. Her husband died a long time ago, and to be quite honest, I can't even recall his name. Might have been Stuart or something just as forgettable. From what Vivian said, her father was some teenage fling that ended once her grandmother found out she was pregnant. I'm fairly certain it was similar for Vivian, though she was much older, and I believe she was the one who ended it. With skipping town and all.
What do you know about my grandma?
I'm afraid there isn't much I can tell you. I think there were two in that generation. The youngest died when the girls were still children. Edwardine never spoke about them, nor did your mother.
What happened when my mom found out she was pregnant?
She came to me for advice. She was distraught. It was like she'd been handheld a death sentence. Maybe it was fear from what had happened to her own mother, maybe it was something else. But she seemed convinced she was in danger. Tabitha had already been born by then, of course, but she was born in wedlock, so I assumed her mother's worries had something to do with religion. Though the Scarlets weren't particularly religious as far as I knew. But the way Vivian was that night she came to me, it stuck in my mind. It's always had me wondering what it was about your family that made her panic so much at the thought of having a baby.
I'm not going to drink the tea. I'm not going to drink this.
Then I'm afraid I can't be of much help. Tea readings are my specialty, and if I don't have your tea leaves, I can't do a reading.
Let's leave. I'm not drinking the tea this time. You go to stand up from the table to leave. As you do so, you feel a pull at the back of your mind. You see a flash of the door in the clinic. It and some of the answers you seek are waiting for you. You can find Stella later. Maybe you can even find her there. What's important right now is finally seeing what's hidden in the clinic. Let's visit Kanika before leaving.
All right, I won't stop you, but I would like to have a deeper conversation sometime soon. Hopefully it won't be too late by then.
You get up from the table and make your way to Kanika's room. You knock on Kanika's door.
Mom, I really don't need any more tea. I think I'm just going to lie down for a while.
Maybe I can bring her with me. Maybe this way we can calm down Reese? Because that's what's coming. That's what's happening. I'm going to the clinic. I was hoping you would join me.
Oh, hey. Sorry, Tronum. My mom was right. I am exhausted. I probably shouldn't push it or I'll wind up worse off tomorrow.
It looks like you're on your own. You make your way out of the general store and down the road to the clinic. You make your way up the familiar hill, past the rows of ragged houses that make up the Scarlet Hollow's residential area. It isn't long before you find yourself outside of Dr. Kelly's clinic, its secrets enticing you to find a way in. Even at the bottom of the hill, you can already feel the presence.
There's a raccoon.
And a ditchling. And Wayne. Many ditchlings. Wait. That's Wayne. That's not Wayne. But Wayne's there. It's like a magnet has been fixed to your ribcage, gently tugging you forward, guiding you toward whatever emits this compulsive frequency. Ask a woodland creature how they get into the house. Listen, you gotta tell me. We quickly glance around, eyes trained on the underbrush. A flash of a striped tail grabs your mind immediately.
Can I help you, Buster?
Hey there, if you were trying to break into that house at the top of the hill, how would you do it?
What, just because I got little hands to go through people's trash, I'm supposed to know how to break into places? There's a hill that'll take you right up to that big flat roof thing. Sometimes the humans leave windows open there, and I go inside. Don't tell them, okay? I like to sleep in their big piles of cloth. It's one of my few joys in life.
Thank you. He leaves you as you turn back to look at the clinic. You have your way in. Let's make our way up to the hill and onto the terrace. You're pretty sure you can make the jump onto the second floor, at least with a running start. You make your way up the hill and bend your knees in anticipation, and then you jump. You land and try the door. It's unlocked. The upstairs of the clinic feel like a decommissioned museum. Old furniture is covered in plain white sheets, and a thick layer of dust coats the floor. This place hasn't seen any use in years. You're in the clinic, free to explore as you please. Or rather, you're free to explore as you please. You can feel that odd sensation again, the nagging pull or whatever it was that
that wanted you to find it. You're here now, and it knows you're here. And you know exactly what it is. Another stone carving, eager to show you its secrets. You've been caught by its gravity, an overwhelming curiosity guiding you around a corner and toward a dark doorway under the stairs. It's been left ajar, as if inviting you to enter. Turn on the lights. Oh my god. The light clicks on. You're in the morgue. Tronum, what are you doing in the morgue? Hi! Hey. Sorry, this must look kind of weird. I promise I'm not secretly dead already or something. Sometimes I just come down here to practice, rehearse. I'm just gonna try and flirt any way I can. If you are a living corpse, that wouldn't be a deal breaker. That's good to know. I'm still not, but I'm glad I haven't managed to scare you off. It's not often I get to meet new people. Especially new people I would like to get to know better. Oh my god, it's happening. It might be happening. His words seem distant to you. The tugging is strong down here. You can almost feel yourself slipping into a trance, and your eyes wander to the back of the wall of the morgue. You need to see what's back there. Follow the pull. You touch the wall. It feels disappointingly solid under your palms. Hey, are you okay? You feel Rhys's hand gently shake your shoulder, and for a moment, the thing on the other side of the blank white wall loosens its pull on you. You look kind of possessed for a second there. Are you good? Make him understand. Use your words. Don't let this fervor consume you. Be present in the moment. You inhale deeply and take in your surroundings. You can't help but notice that one of the body storage drawers is labeled Pearline Scarlet. Why wall? Need to see thing but wall stand in way? I need to make him understand. Okay, I think this is good. Use your words. The mines had a stone carving the other night as did Oscar's house yesterday. They've been giving me visions, and I can sense one on the other side of this wall. I need to see it. Rhys glances back at the wall. You're really serious, aren't you? This is probably a bad idea, but if you really need to get in there, I'm pretty sure there's an emergency act somewhere upstairs. I just need to get the doc out of here. Should take 2 seconds. Get the doc out of my hair? Yeah, if I say I'm sick and need something, she'll drop whatever she's doing and do it for me. Surefire way to get her out of the house. And most of the time it's true anyway. Say nothing. I'm not gonna say anything. Sounds great, lead the way. Sweet, be right back. He strides past you, his long legs moving swiftly. Seems excited, his usually dour demeanor replaced with an uncharacteristic pep when faced with the prospect of sneaking around and tearing down walls. You hear his soft voice filtering in through the open doorway. At the top of the stairs, a hoarse and sickly edge added for effect as he speaks to his mother. Hey, Mom. He coughs gently. Rhys, I didn't know you were awake. I still feel like shit, but I think I can finally try to keep some juice down. It looks like we're all out, though. Really? I thought I just picked some up. I've got an errand to run on Main Street anyway. I'll go pick some orange juice and some ginger ale, too. That would be awesome. Sorry to ask, I know you're probably busy. It's no problem, it doesn't take long. Don't do anything too strenuous while I'm gone. Just lie in bed until I get back. Thanks, Mom. I'll take it easy. You hear her footsteps move down the hall, then the front door opening and closing. It worked. The theatric rasp has left his voice, excitement rising in its place. Come up now. We don't have long until she's back. As you step out of the morgue, you relax. The extra space between you and the carving has weakened its hold on you, and with it your desperation to claw your way through the wall and unveil it. It's one of those emergency fire axes, so it should be pretty obvious wherever it is, though. I'm not sure I can find... I'm not sure where she would be keeping it.
I'll show you around. Let's try Doctor's office first. You make your way to the doorway of her now vacant office. I don't see an axe in here. He's right, a cursory glance reveals nothing but stacks of paper and cabinets and medical supplies. But something on the desk catches your eye, some sort of records with your family's name on them. Well, I better read the files. Ray stops in the doorway, turning to watch you leaf through the documents. Find something interesting? They're your family's death certificates. I think I did this the other playthrough, so I'm not going to go into too in depth here. Reese's eyes flick up to the doorway, and a second later, you hear the sound of the front door handle being turned. His hand is on his shoulder before you even register what's happening, and you push back out of the view of the front door. Shit, I'm not supposed to be in here. We gotta hide. He hurries off to the closet, motioning you inside. You slip past him and squish yourself into what little space is available in the nearly full closet. Reese is closed on your heels. Let him in. You let him in. Together you listen as the doctor makes her way to some room deeper into the clinic. In the silence of the very tiny closet, every breath seems too loud, as if you could expect Dr. Kelly to hear from wherever she was across the house. We better wait a second, just in case. I'm gonna flirt with Reese. You're momentarily distracted from the day-joint hand by Reese's sudden closeness. It's almost strange to be here with him, after the way was hidden away for the first few days of your week in Scarlet Hollow. It made him into a seemingly mythical figure, the tragic artist, wasting away in a basement guarded by a tyrannical warden. Now he's right in front of you, a flesh and blood human being, one you could reach out and touch if you so desired. I want to say, I like you. You're interesting. Oh, 5 more minutes. The edge of the door shakes slightly. You realize his hand is trembling on the wall. I think you're interesting too. Oh, is he blushing? Oh, that's cute. You see a blush rise in his cheeks as he tears himself away from your gaze, trying to hide his face under the guise of staring out into the office beyond. The doctor's footsteps return, the floorboards creaking as she makes her way back towards your hiding spot and interrupting your quiet moment. The footsteps return. They get louder, approaching the open office door, and then they stop. Much to your relief, she opens another door, leaving the main clinic. We're in the clear. We've probably got a minute or two until she comes back, so let's make it count. The medical supply room is probably our best bet. If any other room in the clinic is likely to have a fire axe, it'll probably be the room full of chemicals. This way. He motions you down a hallway, slipping through the slightly ajar door of what you assume to be the supply room. Yes, there it is. Keys. Here we go. Oh my god, he looks so menacing. He rushes over to the cabinet that contains a bright red axe, pulling the glass door open. Your axe. Now we can. Reese pauses, turning to listen intently. That was the door from the house. Come on. If we are, we can get you back downstairs. Very not poisonous berries. Yeah, probably not. I'll run interfere. Let's go downstairs, quick. You can hear her approaching now, floorboards creaking in the hallway on the other side of the office. You can make fun stuff with? Really? You follow Reese's instruction, once again starting down the basement stairs, letting the pull of the stone carving guide you back to the morgue. Oh, I couldn't pick it up. Dr. Kelly's voice filters down from the above. I was right, we did already have juice. It was just in the back of the fridge, but there's no harm in having extra. What are you doing in the clinic? I thought I told you to rest. Oh, I'm just gonna chill in the morgue. I got my speaker, so if you hear some weird sounds, that's just my music. I'll be sure to put in earplugs to drown all the industrial clanging you listen to. You know I'm not the biggest fan of you spending time down there. It can't be good for your mental health to hang out in a refrigerator for corpses. Do you at least have a blanket this time? Yeah, I'll be fine. It's just a change of scenery. My room feels too claustrophobic right now.
Okay, I'll let you know when it's time for dinner. You hear the door close and the sound of Reese ascending the stairs to join you in the fluorescent lit room below. Hey. You listen to music that sounds like a wall being broken down to? Of course I do. I'm sad all the time. No. Glad my tasty music's finally coming in handy. It's exactly the cover we need. Stop asking questions. It's time to see what's on the other side of that wall. May I take the first blow? Go for it. You approach the far end of the morgue, axe practically swinging through the air as you strike the wall. The first cut offers a surprising amount of resistance. There is some structure behind it, some wood frame holding it in place, trying to stand between you and what waits for you on the other side. You stagger back from the massive hole in the wall and admire your effort. Holy shit. The splintered edge frames a dark passage seemingly cut deep into the side of the cliff, cold seeping from a forgotten place into the already frigid morgue. Rhys coughs as he takes a better look at what lies beyond the wound in the wall. There's a whole hallway back there. Thick, stale air leaks from the hole, filling the morgue with an earthly mildew smell, like the room is slowly filling with dirt. And with the stink of the grave-like room beyond comes an even stronger compulsion. You step forward. And you climb into the hole. This is wild. I had no idea this was here. An entire hospital wing rotting away for decades behind some flimsy drywall. The thing we're looking for is just ahead. You step forward into the unknown. You don't bother to retrieve the axe. The final wall concealing the carving is rotten. Water damage having eaten away at the wood over the course of unknowable years. The planks nearly reduced to sawdust. Okay, 5 more minutes and I need to go get more tea and take my supplement. You tear into it. Enoch, I thought you weren't going to come. I was worried you'd leave me here forever. They said that there's nothing they can do. I'll never be able to use my legs again. Enoch, what am I going to do? Calm down, Teddy. These doctors don't know what they're talking about. I've been doing my own research and I've found us an alternative. We won't have to worry about anything from here on out, I promise. I went to talk to the witch. A witch? But that's nonsense. It's all right. It's all sorted. We're taking you home today and everything will be resolved by this time next week. Everything goes black. Your vision swims back into focus, and it takes a solid second or two to reorient yourself. You're in an unfamiliar bed. Reese leans against the far wall, eyeing you with concern and curiosity. Hey, I was worried you slipped into a coma or something. You tore down a wall like a wild animal, found some weird carving and collapsed. I think you might have had some kind of seizure. Are you okay? Yeah, I know what's gonna happen. I had a vision. Like an hallucination? I have those sometimes. Used to have them a lot as a teen. Always just weird little things, like my hands would go wrong or my neck would seem too long, or the room would feel smaller. I think the carvings are trying to warn me about something. My family has dark secrets. An old family like yours, I believe it. Hopefully that's all ancient history, though. I wouldn't want something to happen to you. I'd like to get to know you a little better before either of us dies. Can I flirt with you? Does Dr. Kelly know I'm here? No, I snuck you back into the house while she was busy in the medical storage room. Figured you wouldn't want to come into the morgue. How did I get here? I carried you. I wish I'd been awake while you carried me.
I could always put on a repeat performance if that's the sort of thing you like. This, he's blushing. Nah, this is fun. So what now? We might be stuck down here a little bit. The doc is on his warpath up there. I refuse to take my medicine and she's not happy about it. I went ahead and blocked my door so she can't get down here. Now we just have to wait out. Why didn't you take your medicine exactly? Because it makes me feel like shit. I was fine yesterday until the doc made me take my pills, and I was fine all day today. What's the harm in going a day without, right? And now that I'm not taking it, it's like all these real little memories have come rushing back. Bad memories. I don't think the doc's a good person. I don't think she wants me to be healthy. I don't think she wants me to see people. And now that I'm waking up to that truth, I don't think there's going back for either of us. How are we supposed to pass the time until it's safe to leave? A distraction seems like a good idea. As you can probably tell, I'm getting a little jittery. It doesn't feel awful, to be honest. Ooh. Listen, I'm flirting. I'm taking every flirt opportunity I have. You could always draw me. If you're sure you're okay with sitting for a portrait, I'd love to draw you. There's a quality to drawing that's almost like catching memories, as sappy as that probably sounds, but this can be a sort of snapshot of the night my life turned around. It's definitely a memory worth holding on to. Are you going to be obedient? I don't know what that means. Maybe. Maybe. I'll get you a chair. Oh, come on, that's cute. Look at him. He excitedly hurries across the room, pulling up a couple chairs. You can see the difference in his energy now that he hasn't had his daily dose of poison. He's more talkative, less slouch, his long limbs no longer perpetually tucked in at his sides. 5 more minutes and I need to get more tea and take my supplement. Oh my god, oh my god. You can stay in the basement instead of going up? Maybe I'll do that. Because he trusts me now. And he won't try to kill me, right? May I touch your face? What the fuck? Sure. You blush. Another print screen, excuse me. He places a gentle hand on your jaw, tilting your head slightly to the side. His fingertips are warm on your cheek, the sensation of their light touching lingering on your skin as he pulls away. Perfect. He pauses for a moment, his eyes locking with yours, a palpable tension filling the room. Well, it says explore, let him start drawing, so I'll do that. Thanks for doing this. You have no idea how long it's been since I was able to have somebody sit for me. I think it's nice. I think it's been since high school, probably. He starts sketching. The scraping of the graphite is quick and controlled, long lines sweeping across the paper. He pauses for a brief moment, glancing away in thought. I'd wanted to draw you since we met yesterday. You have such striking bone structure. It makes it for a truly unique face. I hope I can capture it. He glances up at you every couple seconds, the pencil still moving as he focuses intense gaze on you. This is so much easier than usual. Sometimes getting the basic forms down can feel like pushing through mud. But this is like breathing, just flowing out. He continues scratching out your portrait, the sound of pencil on paper louder and bolder as his strokes gain confidence. I just can't believe I let this go on for so long, that I never questioned her. I let her completely isolate me. But I'm fine right now. More than fine, I feel great. It's almost like I'm not actually sick. You realize it isn't confidence that's stiffening the lines of the paper, it's anger, frustration. Hey, dial it back, buddy. I'm not gonna say that. I'm gonna say, hey, focus on the moment. The future is the future, the past is the past. Just exist here with me, here and now. I don't think I can, not while I'm still down here. I think it might be a mistake to wait for
I think it might be a mistake to wait her out. She should be up there right now planning something I don't know. The pencil snaps. Oh, I'm sorry. I must be acting strange. I feel strange. Do my nails look longer to you? There's a knock on the window. Hi, my ex. Chornum, don't get any closer to that thing. It's time to go home. That voice, I know that voice. Without another word, Wayne starts pounding on the window. Good luck, freak. That glass is shatterproof. Enemies upstairs, enemies outside. We're surrounded. Even if I get out of this house, I won't be safe. You won't be safe. Why did he call you that thing? Because he's some kind of monster and he wants me dead. Can't you feel that? The murderous intent is practically oozing out of him. But I'm not weak anymore. I can fight back. I don't have to cower in fear from the people who want to hurt me. I can protect both of us from him. Oh my god, here we go. The window shatters. It begins. Oh, it begins. Okay, but I really need to go get some more tea and take my supplement. So, like, give me like less than 5 minutes, okay? I'll be right back.
We're back, we're back, we're back. And I see the autistic frog is followed. Thank you so much. I hope you're enjoying the stream so far, because it's about to go down. Also, heck, I brought my tea, but I hadn't taken my supplement. Hold on. Welcome back, thank you. Oh yeah. Alright, let's get the show on the road. I'm adjusting. As Wiz stares at his clothes, paint bubbles out from the canvases, its ghoulish figures spilling themselves out of their two-dimensional worlds, evading yours, crawling up the walls. Grab my hand, I'll pull you out. Leave us alone. Oh yeah. That's what friends are for. In a surge of violence, the change that has been brewing inside Reese finally comes. As if it manifests, the broken basement window is sealed off and Wayne alongside it. I'm gonna stay where I am. We aren't safe, but I feel strong now. I think I can save us. Stay here. I'll be right back. I just have to deal with the dog. Ray storms up the stairs, leaving you with his creations. I really think I'm gonna be obedient. Do I want to go against that thing? No, I don't. I'm gonna wait for Reese in the basement. Reese said you should stay still. So you will. There are a few moments of silence. It's interrupted by some kind of percussive sound, like a quiet gunshot. You hear heavy, stumbling footsteps. Then Dr. Kelly screams. It cuts out, interrupted. You can only imagine why. The silence returns. Oh my god. Then footsteps on the stairs down to the basement. It's done. She's not a problem anymore. You were a little prettier before. Did you know what you really were? What do you mean? I'm human. I'm pretty sure I'm human. I don't think humans can do what I just did, so maybe I'm something else. Do I look different? Dialogue options mark romance. We'll start a romantic arc with the character. Yes. Yes, this is what we want. You're beautiful. Beautiful is kind of a stretch, but we will go there for the sake of the playthrough. And because curiosity is a damn thing, isn't it? You're beautiful. Oh my god, that's hilarious. I do feel like more like myself. Comfortable for the first time I can remember. And as long as I like the way I am, I don't care how I might look to anyone else. Well, that's good for you, isn't it? Good for you. He reaches out a clawed hand. It brushes your cheek, and you can feel the long streak of blood it lays on your face, the metallic smell lingering, even as his blood-soaked hand returns to his side. The two of you are bonded for life. Started Reese's romance. Yes! I'm gonna hug him. You take a few careful steps toward him, then wrap your hands around his waist, holding him close. He's tense at first, surprised at the sudden touch. But he relaxes, his long, sinewy arms wrapping around you, his massive hands curling their long fingers around your back and shoulders. The membranes under his arms fold around you like bat wings, pulling you closer to his chest. The Wayne romance achievement is called Monster Lover. Ah, so this is why it's Monster Lover 2. I see. He smells metallic and unnatural, the iron stink of blood heavy in the air, the rapidly cooling liquid soaking into your clothes as you hold him. What did you do? I defended myself. I stopped her from hurting anyone else. I earned my freedom. Welcome to the Dead Moms Club? Are you serious? Happy to be a member. You should have seen the setup she had waiting for me. The basement was only the beginning for her. She built a prison cell and had it ready for its occupant. Glad she never got the chance to use it. You did what you had to do. Cheers. We will be very supportive. I'm glad you understand. There's a creak on the stairs above you. Wayne! Come along, Tronum. Don't waste another second talking to it. It's unstable. Yeah, you're real. I am. Better get running. He left me? I was being supportive and Reese left me? Nah. Nuh-uh. Listen. What happened? No, he left me. I thought he could protect us both. Pure terror in his eyes, Reese scrambles through the window and bounds off to the wilderness, his creation pouring out after him. Shall we? You better not hurt him. I care about him. You shouldn't. There's no telling what it'll do now that it's loose. You'd best keep your distance. Do you know what happened to Stella? She ran off, didn't she? Remember that? If you find her. She won't be there when you need her. What is he? A mistake. Aren't you going after him? No, it's not worth my time now that you're safe. Follow Wayne out of the clinic. You follow Wayne out of the clinic and back onto the main street. The night is oddly warm compared to the chill of the day, crickets singing quietly in the sleepy little neighborhood. Everything that happened in the clinic feels almost like a dream, and now that it's over, you realize how little it meshes with your understanding of the world. Go home. But where's my boyfriend? It's time to go home. Before you and Wayne cover much ground, you're interrupted by the sound of panting and the tail of jingling of dog tags. As you turn to look for the source, your companion seemingly vanishes from your side. It's the militia. They've poured out of the woods to stand before you on the road. You were looking for Gretchen, weren't you? We found her in a person. They're by the side of the road, a little ways through the woods. They're both fine, but the human wouldn't leave when we tried to make her. And Gretchen insisted on sticking by her side, so we'll have to take you to them. Hopefully you can use your people words to get them to someplace safe. The woods are crawling with those awful creatures. It's not safe anymore, not even for a human. Oh, Stella. Wayne told me not to trust her. Wayne did. What do? What Scooby-Doo do? Are there any achievements I can do for this? I don't know. I mean, what if I ignore her? Already I have a boyfriend. Kanika didn't care. I mean, it's not that she didn't care. Sybil did something. Scrap's a good boy and good doggy militia. Yeah. Okay, let's just follow the dogs. You let the dogs lead you into the wilderness, following on their heels as they take you to Stella. There she is. Before long, the tree is thin, and you find yourself on a steep hill by a two-lane road, lying on one side by sheer rock. And there, sitting on a log, staring mournfully out at the asphalt, is Stella.
There they are. Keep them safe. Be seeing you, speaker. You sit on the log beside Stella. Jordan, how did you... She looks over her shoulder in confusion. Is that a gang of dogs? I'm so glad my compatriots could be of service. I simply couldn't survive another night without my nice soft bed. I'm gonna say... Scraps and Daisy formed a militia. It's a long story, but they helped me find you. Huh. Neat. What is this place, Stella? Why are you here? Stella faces you for a moment, desperate eyes trying to force out words a part of her thought she would never have to say out loud. And then she turns back to the road. This is where the accident happened. My parents died on this bend in the road. They were taking me to college. I was lying in the back seat. It had just rained and the sun was finally coming out. Oh, flashback. Jesus. It's your first time seeing this? I think so. Oh, God. Yeah, that's the first time I've seen that, and I got the achievement. Not traumatizing at all, right? Yeah. Sorry, I know that's probably a bummer to talk about. It was awful. Really messed me up for a while. I think I'm still messed up. There's whole years of my life after the accident that feel like they just never happened. Like every time I try and remember them, it's blank. I have all these videos sitting on my channel that I don't even remember filming. It's scary. At least it hasn't been like that for a while, thank God. I've never talked about this stuff before with anyone. Thanks for letting me in. Thanks for being patient with me. The two of you stare out the road. I think the accident is probably why I got into ghost hunting. I think I just wanted to see them again. I wanted to know whether I even could. Never found anything. So I eventually gave up. And then last night happened. And I ran out here to see if maybe it would happen with them too. Even if it meant seeing the crash again or seeing them all messed up and dead, I just wanted to see them. It's been a whole day. I don't think they're coming. I'm gonna say they're probably somewhere better than whatever Charlie's got trapped in. I hope you're right. I thought a lot about what it might come after, whether they're somewhere else or if they just stop existing. I guess we've seen at least some evidence of the afterlife. I hope that means that there's a good version too. Where they're still on that long car ride listening to Dad's tapes with a place in the backseat for me when I eventually catch up to them. And then it won't matter that I never got to say goodbye. You could always say goodbye now. Stella sits in silence for a long moment. Her breath slows and even. Goodbye. I love you. Don't worry about me. I'm gonna be fine. She's silent again, as if waiting for a response. But it never comes. But she smiles, a lively glimmer returning to her sad eyes. That kind of felt better. I don't think I realized how much I'd kind of trapped myself in my own head. Thank you for breaking me out of it.
She straightens up, stretching her neck. Gretchen hops down from her lap, tags jingling in the quiet night air. I know that stretch. That's the time to go home stretch. Thank the Lord I'll be sleeping in my own bed tonight. Thank you, Chornum, for talking sense into this girl. We should probably head back, right? I haven't slept in a day. She doesn't need to hear about this tonight. You keep the events that transpired at the clinic to yourself, at least for now. She doesn't need that. I can walk you through the woods so you don't get lost. Then I guess you should probably get back to Tabitha before you give her an aneurysm. And this is me. I guess I'll see you tomorrow. She gives you a tired wave before retreating into her house. Oh, hey. Time to get you home, too. He appears as if out of nowhere, clothes streaked with what at first looked like blood and gore, but you quickly realize it's paint. I'll walk you. I mean, I can be nice, right? He hasn't presented a threat to me. I don't have to be nice about it, but... I'm gonna let him walk you home, shall we? Wayne walks just ahead of you in near complete silence. Now I could flirt with you. Are you serious? Well, now I have a boyfriend. Did you know Reese was like that? I knew he was different. How exactly I wasn't sure, but now I know. I should be able to make quick work of him next time. Don't you lay a finger on him, do you hear me? You've gotten so attached to him. What a shame. I don't suspect he's long for this world. Even if I don't put him out of his misery, someone else will eventually. I'm sure your infatuation will fade with time. Why are you following me around? Why not Stella or Kanika or Sybil? Why not Tabitha? Because you're special. Because why? Why am I special? You simply are. Do not feel the ties that bind us. They are unbreakable. Continue on in silence. You continue in silence back to the estate. I'm sure we'll see each other tomorrow. You should try to spend some time with that old building before you head to town. Tabitha won't be around, too busy at the mines. Forbidden places won't be forbidden without her there to stop you, and you might be surprised at what you find. Ah, so he set us up. For episode 5, he set us up. Until then, sleep well. He disappeared into the underbrush. Go home. The estate feels empty, wind howling through its abandoned halls, the very foundations creaking beneath you. Your cousin must have already gone to bed. Let's go to bed too. Exhausted beyond belief, you stumble into your room and collapse on the bed. The damp smell of the mattress is starting to become almost welcoming, a sign that the now daily horrors of Scarlet Hollow are finally behind you, at least until the sun inevitably rises once again. You close your eyes, your exhausted body succumbing to sleep almost immediately. As you drift off, you think of Reese, out in the woods somewhere, blood-stained, free and beautiful. And then you think of nothing. This is the end of episode 4. Episode 5 finally awaits. If you'd like to continue with this world save, please save your game now. And I will. Right here. Yes, I would like to overwrite my save. And I did it well now. I did it good. That was definitely different from last time, I can tell you that. But like, what the fuck is happening with Reese now? First, he left me. He left me alone. He took care of the dog, so there's no more dog. He's out in the woods. I do hope we find him again. Guess it's nighttime now? Guess it's nighttime now. Also, what's quit to main menu, hold on. What's hardcore mode? I've seen the achievements for hardcore mode. I know it lets you pick 3 traits, but it doesn't let you use them to get out of sticky situations, right? That it's no trait saves. Exactly. Okay. So it lets you see the story with those traits, but you can't rely on them. Is that how it is? I'll have to try it one of these days. Thank you, Zethus, for explaining. Well, but we will live it here today. But you still have their passage. Ah! Okay, so you still have the passage, you just don't have the saves. I don't exactly know where, like if in my playthroughs I ever got a save, which can still impact quite a bit. Interesting. Very interesting. Like, I'm trying to remember if ever one of my traits saved something. And I can't tell, I'm not sure. Maybe it did, I can't say. But that was great. I love that so much about my second playthrough is so different from my first. That is really satisfying. And honestly, I can't wait to see how it'll impact episode 5. Which we will be getting into next week. Yes, that's what I love about this game. Like, I knew that it would be very different. But it's one thing thinking about it, and there's another, like, actually, like, going into it and seeing how different it can be. Because, wow, like, not only my choices are different, my traits are different, and I get different scenarios also based on my traits, and also of my choices. And the fact that your choices actually matter, and all the trait combinations, exactly. I am in awe. I absolutely love this game. But yes, we will be getting into chapter 5 next week. Let me check. I can tell you right now which day of the week it'll be, but I'll make my announcement anyway. So it won't be next Tuesday. It will be next Thursday. I'll be switching some days around, but a stream will still happen, so do not fret, my lovelies. Do not fret. Now, let's see if I can find someone to raid today. Oh, Jess is playing. And I haven't seen Jess in so long, so let's raid Jess. Why didn't I copy paste? What happened? Copy. Paste. There you go. Thank you very much for the stream. Take care. Good night. Thank you all so much for coming today. I really appreciate it. You all have a wonderful rest of your evening, a great rest of your week. And again, I'll see you next week, next Thursday. Mark it on your calendars if you have to. I love you so much, and bye-bye.